We are getting ready to set up our Kamado Joe for low and slow cooking, but first we need to clear out the insides. So what we need to do is take our basket, we're going to give it a good shake, get all the ash down there. Okay, we've cleaned all the ash out of it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in charcoal. So since we're going to go low and slow, I'm going to try and put in a good chunk, good amount. And we're just using Jealous Double. Good lump charcoal, burns well, has a good smell to it. Okay, now that the charcoal's in there, this is the key thing for low and slow. We're only going to put one tumbleweed in. We're going to put it right in the middle. Because what we want to get to is about 225, 250. And if we make too hot a fire, then it's too hard to control. Okay. So now we're going to put some charcoal around it so we get a nice burn there. Maybe put a little bit like right there. Okay. And we might adjust it once it starts burning. So we're going to have the bottom vent completely open. We're going to let this run for 15 or 20 minutes to get started. And then we'll start putting the insides back in and close her up to get her to our 225 temp. Okay, we're back. It's been about 15 minutes or so. And it looks like we have a nice bed of coal. So I'm just going to take some of this and I'm just going to shift it around a bit. There you go. And then we're going to start putting our grill back together. So I'm going to take some of this because we want to get some of this smoke wood in here, this flavor wood. And I'm just going to put a couple of smaller chunks around, kind of around it, so we can get some good smoke flavor. Then we're going to take our two heat deflectors and we're going to put them in. Whoops. Okay. There's one, and there's the other one. And I've covered both of them with foil because I want to try and keep them clean as much as we can. And for this cook, we're going to use our stainless grates. And I'm going to put them in there, but I'm going to spray them before we put any food on them. And then I did figure out that the best way to do this is to not use those as notches, but use them to kind of push it together. So there we have that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close it down. We're going to open this up all the way until it starts getting close to our temp. And then once it starts getting probably within 10 or 20, not 10 or 20, 30 or 40 degrees of our temp, so maybe around 180, 190 on the dial, then we're going to start controlling it. And I am going to close the bottom thing. I'm going to close it about halfway so it doesn't turn into a total raging fire. But we're going to give that about 10 or 15 minutes to get to that. And we're at just under 200, like about 180. So what we're going to do, we're going to start by closing this down. And I'm going to just leave it open, maybe like a quarter or a third. And then I'm going to close the bottom down to be 2 fingers wide. So we'll start with that, and we'll see how that goes. And we're going to let that go for another probably 15 or 20 minutes, because what we're looking for is, I'm going to say between 225 and 250. So we've been sitting like this for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're actually at a perfect 225. It's right down there, and it seems to be holding pretty steady. So that's great. So this is how you set up a low and slow cook. The key is to not start with too much heat and ease it up to that and then back it off so it doesn't go over.